Hello, it's me. I am excited. I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
Oh, hello, Papa.
Try to get it right. You drank too much. You said I only want you, only want you. When we woke up, you were gone. It was obvious. You only came through cause you had nothing to do. When we woke up, you were gone. You said you'd never ever let me go, but you just didn't wanna be alone. Sometimes it's better to be lonely than to fuck up somebody. You just didn't wanna be alone. Called you up, cause I had nothing to do. I was a little confused when you picked up and said hello. It's obvious, you're not looking for love, but a night with you is just enough. And now I never wanna let you go, cause I know what it's like to be alone. I know it's better to be lonely than to fuck up somebody. I don't really wanna be alone. You just didn't wanna be alone.
Hello. Coming at you with a different kind of fluffy ensemble today. Tis a poncho. Look, I've got wings. Onto the reading, because this is what we're here for. This is where I'm at. I've literally got, well, I've not even got that because there's that, because all that is like deleted scenes and extra stuff. So, oh, actually no. I mean, well, I've got that, like literally that, because all that is deleted scenes, and I still might read those, but to actually finish the story, I've got that. And that equates to like 40 pages. So there's a 50-minute sprint on Jade Sprints, and I'm going to try and get through these 40 pages. I am really, really enjoying this. There's so many things to unravel within the book. There's political intrigue, there's bits of magic, there's romance, kind of like, yeah, there's romance in there, but it's not like romance isn't at the forefront of it. There's a very strong, empowering woman. There's so much. The characters that I like, characters that I don't like. There are a lot of characters in here. So I haven't tabbed up the book because I could just about keep up with them, but I think if any of these other books get to a point where there's more complex things and more complex characters, and more characters, then I will end up tabbing it and probably making notes. I know people don't like physically annotating books, but I did write in a couple of the Robin Hood ones in the Farseer trilogy, so I think I might end up annotating some of these books. I don't do unhauls, not really. I don't really do unhauls anyway. So the likelihood that I will ever get rid of these is very slim. And if I did, I would probably try and end up at some point passing them down to my nephew if he's ever interested in reading them, or kids if I have them. So yeah, I'm gonna head off, get back into reading this, but so far it's like almost finished, but I absolutely love this, and I can understand why people tell you to start with this, because it's kind of not too in-depth and too political and too like detailed that it confuses you, but there is still enough in here to keep your mind active and keep it ticking over. So I 100% like love. I will say, just before I cut off and finish reading this, it is like almost a 600 page book, so it's not going to be like really fast paced, high octane epic battles, that kind of thing. It's not like an epically slow pace, it's medium, but it takes a while to unravel everything, and which I know some people don't like, but if you do like a story that holds things back from you, then this will be something that hopefully you will really enjoy. And the magic system is, well, it's not really a magic system, well it kind of is. It's not a convenient magic system that everyone can have, which again I really enjoy. So yeah, I'm going to head back and read this and hopefully finish it tonight. We're now on Wednesday, by the way, didn't say this. Are we on Wednesday? Oh, no, we're on Tuesday. We're on Tuesday. Oh my god, we're only on Tuesday. And I'll be finishing this book hopefully. And then I'll be moving on to Amari and the Night Brothers, because I've heard so many amazing things about this book, and I'm getting FOMO because people are reading it and loving it. So it's a middle grade, and the writing is like not too small, so I could probably smash through this by the end of the week. So I'm going to try and finish this tonight, and I will get back to you and update you when there's something to update you on, as per usual. Hello, it's me. Hi guys. So we have finished Amari and the Night Brothers, and it is the 3rd. So yesterday I started Amari and the Night Brothers. Well, I say yesterday, it was like midnight, just yeah, about midnight, and it is 373 pages. It's not a massive book, it's not small by any means, but it's not a massive book, and I was listening to it on audiobook on 1.8 speed. So this was so good, yeah, it was great. It follows a girl called Amari who doesn't live in the best area. Her brother's gone missing, and because of where she lives and her background and because she's black, everyone just assumes that her brother's gone missing because of something dodgy. And you are crooked. There we go. She goes to a prep school that's like she's got a scholarship to. And she's judged there because of where she comes from. She's judged there as beneath everybody else because of, again, where she's from. Her brother goes missing. She doesn't want to give up. She then gets a message to say that she's going to get a delivery, and this delivery is an invitation to the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs, and then it goes from there. So she finds out her brother led a whole other life that she didn't know. What happens in this, I didn't fully expect it to happen. Obviously there's a bad guy, and as things unfold, things come to light, and I didn't quite expect it to turn out the way it did. But I don't know if this is this is a series, because this kind of wrapped up in a way that was kind of final. I think I'd say it was final. But yeah, this is 5-star for me. So far in March, I finished Elantris, and I've finished Amari and the Night Brothers. So that's the thing. I didn't read the whole of Elantris. Like, I did start. Can't speak. I did start Elantris before the end of February. I think I started on Thursday or Friday of last week, and I finished it yesterday, which was Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday, and today is Wednesday. So to say that I've finished 2 books at a time is really quite good in my eyes, I think. That is the first book of my March TBR done, and this was on my February TBR. Then I rolled it over onto my March TBR, and that one is done. So we are picking up 7 Wonders now, and this one, I don't know how quickly I'm going to get through this one, because I don't have an audiobook for this one. I don't think there's an audiobook out yet, because it is like a brand new release. This is self-pubbed, I think. I've just had a check, and I think it is. And also, can we just take a moment to, on the front, there are trigger warnings for this book. Or content warnings, discussion of deceased parents, minor suggestions of domestic abuse, implied homophobia, primarily found between like these specific pages it mentions, discussions of anxiety disorders, anxiety attacks, primarily found between, and it states what pages they are. So that is really good, because there's so many books these days that talk about different topics and stuff, which is great, but a lot of those topics could be potential triggers for people. So authors that put content warnings in the front of their books, can we just normalise that? Can we just normalise it, please? Because that is great. And also it's got a little map of the UK. So for those of you that don't know and that did watch my TBR video, this follows Iris and Artie, who are 2 people that for different reasons want to just forget about things that have happened to them and enjoy their summer, going on a road trip. But obviously things aren't that easy, and they meet, you know, ups, downs, potential of interest, you know, like, it's going to be a good time, I think. And this is a YA contemporary that was gifted to me by the authors in exchange for a review. So I'm excited for this. So it is 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna head to bed and read this in bed for a bit. I did, I've got like brain fog, or brain frog as Steph would call it. I did get a late night last night. Didn't go to sleep till 2 AM because I thought it might be a good idea to start admiring the Night Brothers and then not sleep till 2 AM. Because I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna read this for a couple of hours and go to, or maybe an hour, and go to bed about 11, half 11. And go to bed at a reasonable time. This book, let's just check how many pages it has. 425 pages. So again, it's not a small book. It's not a massive book. But yeah. And I think I mentioned it. I can't remember where I mentioned it. I have set up my blog again, and I'm hosting it with somebody else now. I'm hosting it with Lyrical Host. But because I've changed hosts, I've lost all my previous content, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. My previous writing style wasn't the best, and I didn't have any sort of concept of SEO and stuff. So hopefully starting the website, starting the blog afresh will help, but we'll see. As always, I will leave all my social links below in case you're interested in checking out any reviews on my blog, because I will be posting them on Goodreads, but I will also be posting them on my blog. Probably more in-depth breakdown on my blog, and it'll be a brief overview on Goodreads. So that's how I'm going to do my reviews. So I'm going to head off. I'm going to finish my Corpal rating, which I know is going to be a 5-star anyway. Don't even need to think about it. And then, yeah, read a couple of chapters and go to sleep. I'm not going to have a late night tonight because I can't do that 2 nights in a row because it will wipe me out. But yeah, I'll update you when there's something else to update you on. Bye. Hola. Hola, ¿cómo está? She said, Konnichiwa. She said, pardon my French. She said, whatever it says. Today is Thursday, and I'm back again with a reading update, but it's not the update that you might have expected from yesterday. So I went to bed yesterday. I read the first couple of chapters of 7 Wonders, but obviously I said I wanted to get an early night, so then I went to bed. And then I woke up this morning, and because 7 Wonders is a new book and it's self-pubbed, I couldn't find an audio for it. But I wanted to listen to an audio to him from work today. So I decided instead to pick up Me, My Dad and the End of the Rainbow. And I'm already 216 pages in, and I've got an hour and 30 minutes left of the audio. So yes, I don't know what I'm doing to myself, to be frank. So yeah, I picked, it's not a big book anyway, it's like 300 pages, something, yeah, 320 pages. So it's not a big book, and it is a really quick read, obviously. As you can tell, I picked it up today. But it's the same with the Mary and the Night Brothers. I picked it up yesterday, and I finished it yesterday. So I'm thinking that middle grade is kind of becoming a bit of a favourite. And I want to pick up more middle grades. So yeah, I've picked this up. And I'm gonna finish this because it's only 9:20. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna go back to 7 Wonders. Is what I'm gonna do, because at the weekend, this weekend, I'm going over to see my family. So I'll be on the bus a lot. So it's like a half-an-hour bus ride from my work to get into my local town centre, and then there's another 45-minute bus ride from my town centre to my parents' town centre, and then another like 20-minute bus ride to my parents. So there's going to be a good chunk of time there where I can read, and obviously I've got the weekend, so the next time I update you will be probably Sunday night, when I let you know what I've read over the last couple of days, which will be Seven Wonders. So I'm going to finish this, and then this will be my 3rd book that I finished this month, which is just shocking to me, because I know I was sat here at the beginning of the month saying I won't finish as many books this month, and I don't think I'm going to be finishing 18 books by any stretch of the imagination, but I think I might do better than I expected. A little heads up, on my TBR I've got the Polar Bear Explorers. I'm going to put this down because I'm wafting it. The Explorers on Black Ice Bridge. I thought that was book 2. That is book 3. Book 2 is Explorers on Witch Mountain. So what I'm going to do for the pretty cover TBR Pursuits role is I'm going to switch out the Explorers on Black Ice Bridge to the Explorers on Witch Mountain. Yeah, I only realised that because I was going to listen to that audio instead of this one first, and then the start of that sort of made me think, oh god, is this book 3? And it turns out it is book 3. So, idioto. So I'm gonna go back and do some reading, and then probably finish this in bed and then get another early night. I do feel a lot better for getting an early night last night, and I say early, it was about midnight. Tonight's going to be an even earlier night, because I'm going to have a busy weekend with the family, so I'm excited. Yeah, I'll update you when there's something else to update you on. Bye. Oh! Ooh, this was just the coziest, cutest, heartwarming, making my eyes fill with tears, just all the feels, all the happy feel. It was so good. I would recommend 5 out of 5. Just recommend. Tis just great. That's all I can say. This so did I tell you what this is about? I can't remember. But me and my dad Me and My Dad at the End of the Rainbow is a book, a contemporary middle grade, written by Benjamin Dean, and this is about a young boy who finds out his dad is gay and doesn't know how to deal with that and process his emotions. He thinks it'll be a good idea to go to Pride with his friends without adult supervision, and that's all I'm gonna say. But this is just right. I watched a live show with Gav, and Ben was talking about like his thought process behind it, and he's got another book coming out next year. I'm sure he said it's not a sequel. I'm sure this is just a standalone, but there's just rep the whole way through the book. There's obviously his dad is gay. This is told in the first person past. It's like, yeah, first person past tense. I don't know if that's the formal way of saying it, but it's first person past tense anyway. Yeah. So obviously you've got his dad, and then at Pride they've got a lesbian couple, they've got drag queens, they've got someone who's not gender neutral, for to use the they pronouns. There's just so much rep, and it's done in a way that's just obviously this was written recently, so I don't know if some of the references that have been made, because like at one point someone says match better, and if you know Drag Race then you know what that is referring to. So I don't know if it's been taken from that. It's kind of like a little nod to like RuPaul, but if it is, cleverly done, cleverly done. If not, it was just a great thing. I found myself like chuckling to myself with things that they were saying, because it was just like, I don't know, it was just great. And I'm so looking forward to getting onto another book. This is like the second middle grade in 2 days that I've read, and I cannot wait for book 2 from B.B. Alston, and I cannot wait for book 2 from Benjamin Dean. So I am going to make sure I watch out for updates on when these books are coming out. I think B.B. Alston said either the back end of this year, the second one's coming out from Amari and the Night Brothers, like this, I think it's a sequel to that. And then it says book 2 for Benjamin is being worked on and hopefully out in 2022. So yeah, great. I am excited. Plan. It is currently 11 o'clock, so gonna get myself a nice fruity tea and then go to bed and read some of Seven Wonders before I go to sleep. Read some more chapters of them. Read a few more chapters of that. This is book 3 of the month. Book 3 completed. I'm classing Elantris as a book as book 1 because I started it at the end of February, but I finished it in March. So I finished 3 books this month so far. And it's only the 4th of March. Wow. So yeah, I'm really enjoying reading so far. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want to like push myself too much to a point where I end up getting a book hangover, because that's kind of what happened in Polathon. And it was only a few days break, but there was a few days where I was struggling to pick up books after Polathon. So I don't want to do that to myself again this month. And I know that I've read 3 books quite quickly, but to be fair, 2 middle grades, really quick reads. The next one I've got to read, I've got 1 more middle grade I think to read, and then I've got Law, which is a YA, but I don't know how much of a quick read that'll be. And then I can't remember what other books I've got to read. But yeah, I'm gonna try and take my time with those, because I'm also hopefully gonna pre-film a couple of reviews for next week, because I don't think I'll be able to do a weekly vlog next week, because I can't remember if I mentioned in last week's vlog, but I'm getting my wisdom tooth out on Wednesday, so I don't know how that's going to affect me speech wise, and I don't know how much pain I'm going to be in, because I'm having to get it done at the hospital where they cut into your gums and take it out because of the way it's growing. So it's not just going to be like a quick tooth extraction. They've booked me in for like an hour. So that's, I'm pretty nervous about that. But because of that, I think Monday, Tuesday, and maybe Sunday night, I'm going to try and film some reviews for the books that I've already read this year, and some of my like favourite picks of the year so far. I'm going to do like video reviews of them, and then I'm also going to, be able to edit those and have those available. I've also got a Fairy Loot to edit, and I've got the Farsi trilogy vlog to edit. So I've got a couple of videos for the next for the next week or so. So I might just start vlogging and see how I feel, and then if I don't have enough footage, or if something goes wrong with my tooth or whatever where I can't vlog for the rest of the week, then I might just like not bother uploading that vlog. So we'll see. So I'm gonna head off now. I've said that about 5 times now, but I actually am gonna head off, and yeah, I will update you when there's something to update you on, which is probably going to be Sunday night. Peace. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Sunday, and I've finished 7 Wonders. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I told you. Did I tell you what this was about? But if I didn't, I will give you a brief rundown. This follows 2 teenagers that have just finished their A-levels and they are getting the results and they're off to uni. So the last 2 weeks of summer they decide to go on a road trip with their friends. Iris is a girl that's got into her university that she wants to get into, but she is going to miss her friends. She's not really been away from her grandparents and friends for long periods of time, so she's going on this road trip as like a last hurrah kind of thing. And Arte, he is convinced by his friend to go on this road trip because he didn't get to the university that he wanted, and he's really bummed about it because that was the one thing he was looking forward to. He was absolutely sure he was getting in, and that's not spoiled, by the way, it's on the back of the book. And it just goes from there, and it's just about the ups and downs of friendships. And you know, obviously, again, it says it on the synopsis, Iris and Artie meet. There's lots of emotions, obviously, the teenagers, so there's a lot of things going on. I did mention this, but there are content warnings on the front of the book. They don't go into too much detail about parents dying, but obviously it is sort of like something that is hinted at throughout the story and also discussed in some parts of the book. At least you know they're there. Reading about those kind of things made me feel extremely angry. Even though I'm not part of the LGBTQ+ community, I do have a friend that is gay, and I can't imagine what it would have been like if their family had have reacted and treated them the way that it's described in here, that some people get treated. It is ridiculous. I mean, obviously it's normal. It's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable that people can treat people that way, and if you don't feel uncomfortable about that, then, you know, look at yourself. But it is great. It is really, really good. I did drift away from contemporaries for a while. When I started reading again a few years ago, I started with contemporaries, and then when I found a few fantasy books that I liked, I then dropped contemporaries totally and moved over to fantasy. And I've read fantasy for the last 3 or 4 years on and off, like, and contemporary went by the wayside. So I got into, obviously I read Me and My Dad in the End of the Rainbow, which was a middle grade contemporary. I now read a YA contemporary, and I'm getting back into it again. I think that previously I'd read too many books of the same trope in a very short space of time, one after the other, and it just sort of, I got bored, and I now know not to do that. So I think that with any genre you can get bored if you read a lot of it in a short space of time, so I think I'm just sort of learning how to break it up. So I'll go YA, and then middle grade, and then adult fantasy maybe, and then a contemporary. I think I'm just going to mix my genres up a lot more, because the 2 contemporaries I've read, obviously the Me and My Dad at the End of the Rainbow and this, I've really enjoyed, and they both get 5 stars from me. These were consistently good the whole way through. The characters, you really do get to know all the characters. There's a lot of rep in this book, and one of the friends is asexual, and the way that it is explained, asexuality is explained, it's in a really informative way, and I think it's just a really good book to read. I think it's really good that it sort of focuses a lot on the friendship as well. So there's a bit of background about the families of each of the characters, but a lot of it is focused on just the friendships and how they help each other, how close they are, and how different in personality they are, but how they work well as a group. So you've got Ollie, who is like the middleman in the groups, and then and then you've got Eleanor, Zachary, and Iris that are his friends from one group, and then you've got Ollie and Vic that are his friends from and he's like the middle person that brings the friends together, because he has 2 different friend groups, and Ollie just is great. He's super it's just crazy. He's that friend that is always there for you, and he also knows when to be a clown to cheer you up. Everyone needs a friend like Ollie. So this is book 4. Is it 4? Yeah, 4. It's book 4. Book 4. And then I'm gonna move on to Explorers on Witch Mountain. It is 9:30. I'm gonna finish editing this week's vlog. I need to put this clip onto there, and then I need to edit this, and then I'm gonna head off to bed. And if they're still on, I've been mixing it up between reading and then watching Read Rate Review. That's why I'm vlogging so late. I came back at about 4 or 4, and then I made some tea, and then I did some editing, did some reading, and then I've been watching Read Rate Review, and then I realised I hadn't vlogged since I've been back. So this is why we're here right now. I'm excited to actually get into this book, because the first book I gave 5 stars to. So I'm hoping this one lives up to it as well. So if you do like these rambly weird vlogs that I do with my boring life and my reading, then please like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what favourite genres you like to read. Have you got any books that you're currently reading that you enjoy reading? I do like picking up new recommendations. I generally read fantasy. At the moment I'm reading a lot of fantasy. Whether that's middle grade, YA or adult. I do have a range. Obviously, if you've got any contemporary books that you think I might enjoy. I'm also going to be reading Actor Age Eve Brown. Oh, I said it right that time. Actor Age Eve Brown as part of the Contemporary Book Club. So yeah, any recommendations you've got, then please leave them down below. I would be happy to hear them. I will link my Amazon wishlist, Goodreads, Instagram, Twitter and my blog in my description down below. I also have a coffee. But yeah, that's it for me. Until next time, be kind, be happy and stay true to you, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.